What role do title companies play when it comes to buying and selling real estate? Well, Amber Carlton, a real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, and Brett Erickson, Vice President and in-house attorney for FM Title, are here to answer that question. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, Amber, to a general consumer, maybe that don't know what title companies are or do for when it comes to purchasing their home. Tell us about that, how that works.
For sure. I would say the majority of the public probably don't know what that is. And they are an invaluable side of what's going on behind the scenes in your real estate transaction. Their in-house attorneys and staff are looking over everything, not only with the home, but the land, the lot, its entire history, to make sure you get title free and clear. And make sure there's no liens or anything else against the property. It's super important.
Very important, and it's a legal situation.
Legal, yep.
Yes. So, Brett, what factors into how fast someone can close on that real estate transaction?
Well, the title company always needs to make sure that they have a full examination of the history of the property, as Amber said, to make sure it's clear. To do that, most commonly, we obtain what is called an abstract, which is like a booklet that's a history of the property. And we need to get that updated to make sure that we can see, so that it's as current as possible, to make sure we know everything that's happened with the property, all the owners and whatnot. Sometimes we can't get the abstract, and then we have to go through other means, which could take longer. Then if somebody goes through financing, the bank has to go through all their hoops too. And by the way, they can't do a lot of their stuff until we get them what our title work too.
Yeah, and it takes time. So, you know, people just need to be patient with this. It's part of the process, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about what more they can do with that. But Amber, then what factors go into choosing a title company?
Yep, that's a great question. So I actually started my real estate career in Denver, Colorado. Much larger market. You see a lot more come and go. I would say over a handful of title companies there within the 3 years I was there closed. So you want to go with someone who's been around, who's tested and true. You know, FM Title is one of those title companies in our area. And it's also amazing for me to be able to call Brett, an in-house attorney, with questions, because real estate's wild, you know, things come up. So it's invaluable to myself and my clients to be able to reach out to him.
Yeah. So Brett, then why is it important that people know that they need to hold a title?
Because it's important that they know that they actually own the property. Some of the most unpleasant conversations I've had to have is I tell people, you think you own the property, actually you're not on the deed, or you don't own it the way you thought you did. Sometimes that can be really painful, where it's somebody's spouse died, a family member died, or maybe they had an ugly breakup. So it's really important that people find out how they own title. They contact their attorney, contact the title company, can contact me. Make sure you own title the way you think you do, and make sure you know what that means.
And then where should people keep their title? Or where does it get stored?
It's recorded. It's a public record as a recorded deed. Yeah.
So they don't need to worry about anything after that happens.
They need to make sure they know how it is recorded. They don't need to worry about when a deed's recorded, they close. They don't need to worry about where a copy is, as long as it's actually filed with the courthouse. But they just need to know that it is filed. They need to know how it was filed, in what way.
Okay, very good information. Amber, how can people get in touch with you?
Yes, you can hit up my cell anytime, 701-640-8326, or find me online, amber.realtor.
Okay, and then as far as the title companies work, typically that's going to be with, you know, once they're in this, they don't necessarily need to reach out to you for any other reason, maybe, or do you?
Oh, I take a lot of phone calls from people in all steps of the process, yes. And you can give me a call at 701-893-1000, ask for Brett.
All right, well, thank you both, Brett, Amber. Good information as always, so appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We have your Eye on Entertainment next.